Good evening, everyone. Today we have a live session about Project Management Institute Professional Business Analysis Certificate. And no one will be able to talk or speak about the certificate other than those who had examination or had certified soon. So today we have a couple of newly certified business analysts. We have Engineer Muhammad Alam and Heba Al-Munayr. Each of them is certified business analyst, and they had experience on how to study how to pass the certification. Business analysis certificate is one of the newest, or it's not new, it's since 2014 in PMI, and it's one of the fast growing certificates because it focuses on business. So today we have Muhammad Alam. He is a protection engineer. He is Egyptian from Abu Dhabi, work for distribution company, a subsidiary of Taqa. He is experienced in design, implementation, proactive relay schemes, fault analysis, and system coordination to safeguard against electrical fault and disturbance. In addition to that, he is involved in project initiation and execution, budget planning, and resource management. And we have Heba Al-Munayr. She is Jordanian living in Jordan. She has PSc in Civil Engineering, certified in SFC from Scrum Study. She is PMP certified as well as PBA. And currently she works as portfolio engineer in Israr Engineering in Jordan. So welcome, Muhammad and Heba. Now we have a few questions for you to tell other colleagues. How did you prepare and how the PPA certificate affected or it has enhanced your career? So first, for Muhammad, what motivated you to pursue PMI certification? Like what encouraged or motivated you to do that?
First of all, thank you, Hazem, for having me, and it's really an honor to speak to other people who are looking to get certified with you. And first of all, to add to your to the introduction you just mentioned now, I'm currently, as I mentioned, involved in somehow in business development planning and in project initiation, which somehow includes the business development or the business case development for projects. Right. However, I always find that in my role, there's something that is still missing, which is basically validation. I needed to validate the set skills I'm having right now in this aspect, and the only way I found this course, which basically speaks to the business analysis skills, and I wanted to enhance my professional standing and showcase my skills in the field. In addition, you just mentioned now it's not really recent. It's almost I think 9 years now, but the global recognition of the certificate also played a significant role in my decision.
Very good, very good. Same question for Heba. Heba, what motivated you to pursue PMI-PBA certification?
Well, good evening, everyone. Such a pleasure being with you today. So, the decision of taking PPA was influenced with many reasons. The first was, when I got certified in PMP, I was curious to know more about the stage 0 of management, because as we know, it's the project manager usually assigned after signing the project charter, mainly if we are talking about predictive management approach. So I was curious to know more how the C-levels of managers decide to take this project, to initiate this program or no. Especially because of my recent enrollment of development and financing the renewable energy. So the PPA was the best decision I took in this regard. The other thing that I wanted to dig deep with the consulting career. So the first step was PPA in order to structure my mindset about business value and the business need, and how to evaluate the assets and determine the future state for any problem.
Great, thank you so much. Now, Mohammed, how did the training contributed to your success in PMI-PBA examination?
Well, definitely the course and the material was critical in my success, especially in the exam, of course, yani. And with you, Hazem, with such an extensive experience in the field, the course you were able to break down the complex concept of providing the the examples and how to implement the skills gained or the tools and techniques in real life, realistically, and also the approach to connect the dots and solidify my understanding, how to apply your knowledge or whatever undertaking and the learning from the course, not just to pass the exam, but actually to understand the essence of business analysis. And definitely there were different areas I was introduced to which I was not really familiar with, and without the training, definitely it would have been very difficult for me to understand it.
Actually, you was a keen student for succeed. You were studying, asking too many questions, and think that was one of the things made you succeed from the first time. Okay, same question, Heba. How did the training contributed to your success in PMI-PBA examination?
Mr. Hazem, you took me back to exactly a year before, because we started, I remember, in October 2022, if you remember. So yeah, first of all, the number of sessions per week were very reasonable in order to revise each session and be able to solve the questions for each chapter, and that was very important for succeeding. The recorded videos also were very helpful in order to revise and review the material. And now the final and the comprehensive questions were also essential to evaluate my readiness for the exam. I remember he followed up with me a lot, especially after the completion of the session, because I stopped around 2 months before started preparing for the exam officially. So you kept like pushing hard and hard in weekly basis, I remember. Then we put together the plan of studying, and you followed up with me step by step till succeeding.
That's very good, very good. Okay, Muhammad, can you share one challenge that you faced during your PMI-PBA journey, and how did you overcome that challenge?
Well, the challenge, as you know, Hazim, it was the time and balancing studying, work, and also family at the same time. That was basically one of the main challenges. But alhamdulillah, yani, with the recorded sessions, it solved a lot of my problems. In addition to that, whenever going through such courses, especially this course, it required a lot of discipline, definitely time management to allocate sufficient time for studying. But I listen to your advice. Study plan is key. Yani, to have a study plan, when to study, how to study, what to review, and that was very, 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 very important. It helped me to overcome this challenge, really.
That's great. That's great. What about you, Heba? What was the one challenge that you faced, and how did you overcome that challenge?
Hazem, getting any professional certificates is a challenge itself, because it needs commitment, engagement, and working hard and balance between the working hours and then studying, putting a suitable plan to fit the lifestyle for each one, and so on. But personally, I experienced something very challenging. The first attempt with PPA got me failed, because And this is just a recommendation from me to the new candidates, whether they want to admit for PPA or any other certificate, which is I encourage them to consume the full time of the exam. What happened with me that I solved the whole question of the exam within less than 2 hours. It took me around an hour and 40 minutes, something like that. So I got failed because of this.
That is,
And
I think, I'm sorry to interrupt that. I think this is because of Hazem, who gives a very, a
yeah,
very answer.
you know, yeah, I solved many questions. You know, you are talking about thousands of questions, and so I became very familiar with the questions and the cases. So a week later from the from the bad experience, I got succeeded and I consumed the full time and it went fine, alhamdulillah. And it was with above target in all domains.
I remember you were overconfident for this, like you solve all the question less than half time of the examination,
Yes.
and that's peculiar. So the trick is whatever you know, like read the question carefully, and take your time while answering all the questions. So back to Engineer Muhammad. Now you are certified. So in what ways PMI-PBA certification impacted first your career?
As I mentioned earlier, Hazem, I was looking for validation to validate my skills, to enhance them, of course. And this is, alhamdulillah, successfully what I've achieved. I was recognized among my colleagues, of course, with my managers also. But with this recognition, of course, more and more challenging tasks were assigned to me, which I gladly accepted, alhamdulillah. So yeah, definitely opened more doors for me and maybe I was able to interact and maybe enter new circles. I'm not sure if I'm putting it right. You know, my circles got bigger. I'm interacting with different people even outside my discipline, which is very, it's a great opportunity even for networking.
Very good, very good. What about your personal life? Like now, how do you think taking PBA in consideration?
Well, I actually started when I was taking the training course itself. I started applying the skills and the techniques and the methods in my real life, right? Like I was just reevaluating everything based on that. Even you know what struck me most is the how everything is about interest and influence, and basically this is everything in life, even with the family, wife and kids. It's so such things I was like trying to adapt it to my life. But other than that, I feel now I have more spare time on my hand without studying and solving thousands and hundreds of questions. So yeah.
That's great. What about you, Heba? Like, in what ways PMI-PBA certification impacted first your career?
You know, Hazem, I personally found it totally complementary to PMP. It strengthened, deepened the business acumen a lot for me. Currently, I keep eye on the business value, the business acumen of everything. It's not just about like monitoring and controlling a project. And the very positive things that it opened doors for me in consulting career in many business lines and units in consulting, with their human capital, with their business operation, program management, and so on. And those doors are with the big four companies. So yeah, it was. I can say it's like the best decision I took within a year.
Very good, very good. Okay. So, Muhammad, the last question before we conclude, like, what advice would you like to give to professionals who are considering taking PMI-PBA exam based on your experience?
Well, my advice is simply as I mentioned before, which is it will be very challenging for those professionals who are working for longer hours, who definitely have families, is to have a study plan and dedicate more time and dedicate a very even 1 or 2 hours during the taking the courses to the time is required to review the material, the information, the notes you've taken during the course, because once the course is completed and even with your study plan, you shouldn't be taking more time going through the recorded sessions or the material given before, and you should invest more and more time into solving questions, and definitely asking questions whenever they struggle with solving. I think I did a lot of this with you, Hazem, asking so many questions during the examinations, and this helped me a lot because even some of the questions that you ask, and I'm sorry to say this, how sometimes sounds very dumb, but this kind of questions will make you understand the concepts and the scenarios and the scripts and how to approach the questions, how to eliminate the unlikely answers. Again, it's you need to spend more time reviewing the material during and definitely after taking the course, and spend most of the time after completing the course and solving questions, challenging with questions. Always challenge Hazem with questions. He will definitely give you clear answers to all your concerns. And yeah, and I might add again to Heba's point, take as much time as possible when you're solving the exam. And even if you see questions that almost might be almost identical to the one Hazem is giving you, you have to take your time and in answering the questions.
Great. See, the most important thing when you answer a question is why do you choose this answer and why do you neglect or omit those answers. So before you choose, you must understand like why this question is a correct one. So same
Yeah.
applies.
Yeah, this in itself, Hazem, I think this how to eliminate the questions, it actually empowers you more, and empowers you more and understand when you come to understand the issue that the question is trying to you need the answer you're looking for. So actually during my practice exams, I always felt motivated and confident whenever I was able to eliminate, even if I was getting the wrong answer. But whenever I was eliminating the unlikely answers, it was almost all of the time it was the correct omission, and the answer will be between just the ones I left behind.
That's great. This is by itself is a great thing. What about you, Heba? What kind of advice you can give to those who are planning or considering taking PMI-PBA certificate or examination?
Hazem, I know the journey of taking any professional certificates and even the PPA needs like engagement and commitment. So it's really important to ensure attending all the sessions. And the most important also to have time to revise each session, even within a couple of minutes. Like some sessions took me like 30 minutes to 40 minutes in order to revise it. And it's really important to solve the questions after the end of each chapter in order to make sure that the concept of the chapter, the processes, and the whole thing are clear. Then it's really important to review the videos, the recorded videos, when you feel like there's something that's not clear or you have like doubt in something. It's really important to solve as many questions as they can, because the more cases they are exposed to, the more guaranteed succeed. And yeah, that's it. And still important to not make it so long between the end of the sessions and preparing for the exam and proceeding officially. And once they are starting with the plan and start proceeding with preparation to push it hard and go on till succeeding. That's it. It's not impossible. It needs like commitment and so on. It's not impossible. And good luck for all candidates.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, before we conclude this panel discussion, I would give you like 2 minutes to freely say whatever you want to say for those who are taking the exam or those who are willing to participate in PMI-PBA. So I'll start with Muhammad.
Okay, the first part is once you took the course, do not procrastinate. This will not really help you at all. And my advice always is once you finish the course, is you plan to take the examination as soon as you feel confident enough. As soon as you feel that you have solved enough questions that you're ready, go for the exam. Do not just leave it and just say you will come back to it. Trust me, it's very important, and Hazim knows this. And I tried my best. I finished the program with Hazim in 7 weeks. And I struggled for about 4 weeks. I had some issues, family related, and I couldn't really do much studying. And in 4 weeks' time, after actually studying hard, going for the examination, and Hazim will give you enough exams to make you occupied. Do not procrastinate. Do not delay it. You need to really get in and just finish it after you finish the program. And the other part is the analysis, the business analysis itself will open your eyes to a lot of things around you, even if you're not seeing it right now. You will start rethinking a lot of situation, a lot of issues, a lot of challenges around you, that things might not have been very clear to you. For example, for me, stakeholder engagement I was very interested in this knowledge area, because it really helps you to understand how things are going behind you, how things are going around you. You need to we call it politics, but it's in reality these are unrealized forces and interests that you're not really looking at it in the right way when you really need to focus more and more on those who can influence the decisions and take the needed action. For us as business analysts, our job is basically to prepare the information, prepare the material, align the requirements as per the strategic approaches. But there are others who are going to decide on this, so you need to do your best to capture that, and you need to understand who are the stakeholder you're working for and what are the requirements.
Thank you so much. What about you, Hiba?
Can you repeat just the question, please?
Okay, no, I'm giving you 2 minutes to speak freely about your experience and how did you find, or how can you like wrap up the whole experience with PMI-PBA certification?
Okay, so yeah, it was like the journey went very well, to be honest. As I mentioned before, it required like consistency, and I recommend any candidate or everyone who wants to take the PPA. The key of success is the consistency. It's really important to keep on from taking the first session till succeeding. So as I mentioned before, it's not impossible. It's not that hard. It just needs just consistency and pushing hard. It's really important to solve problems, solve cases, and do not just pass anything without full realization and understanding of everything. Just make sure that PPA has its reflection on also the personal part, because it's really important. And I want to tell everyone who's intended to take the PPA that it will give them a super confidence. And will open many opportunities they may not consider before. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Heba and Muhammad, taking your time to come and answer those questions, helping other participants who are pursuing their way to get the PMI-PBA certification. And thank you so much, Muhammad, especially for taking this time while you are having a work emergency. So I really appreciate your participation. Thank you so much, and see you, inshallah, next events. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hazem. Thank you, everyone. Thank
Thank you so much, everyone.
حازم احنا could we share about it?
I will share it. I will share the whole recording with you, and it will be also on the LinkedIn and YouTube.
I need to ask direct questions.
Okay.
Can I speak in Arabic or in English only?
Sure.
Arabic.
Sure.
حاجة مباشرة، الأسئلة اللي موجودة اللي بيطرحها الباشمهندس حازم ورا كل شابتر، والأسئلة اللي هي الأوفرول، دي أسئلة دايركت هتجيلنا في الامتحان ولا أسئلة شبهها ولا إيه بالظبط؟ علشان العملية يعني العملية تبقى يعني أركز فيها جامد وأنا بذاكر، ولا أعمل إيه؟ ده سؤال
ممكن
مباشر.
ارد انا يا باشمهندس؟
اتفضل، مع اكسبيرينس، انا بقول
انا
اكسبيرينس.
بسال حازم بس، ينفع ارد انا ولا ترد حضرتك؟
رد يا
لا
محمد.
رد انت.
الكويستشنز اللي المهندس حازم بيديها بعد السيشن I was struggling with it، لان انا كان دايما اخلص السيشن واحاول احلها على طول. الكويستشنز دي اكتر من اسئله اللي هي سيميليتر او الاكزام الاكزام الريل اكزام كويستشن. الاسئله دي it helps you a lot، اللي انت تحاول تدرس الحاجات اللي انت ما فهمتهاش، وترجع تسال اسئله تاني وتشوف اللي انت ما لقطوش قوي في السيشن. يعني خصوصا الكونفدنس كويستشنز ديت، هي اسمها كونفدنس كويستشن عشان تحس انت فين في فهمك للماتيريال اللي انت خدتها او السيشن اللي انت خدتها. الاسئله دي في حاجات بتيجي شبهها في الامتحان، في حاجات جت شبهها في الامتحان، بس انا مينلي كان الفايده منها الاسئله دي مهمه جدا، اللي انت تشوف انت فين من اللي انت اخدته، من الماتيريال النولج اللي انت خدتها. هل الاسئله دي تبدا تشالنج يعني، هتشوف انت يعني هيكون فيها شويه تريكات اكتر من الاسئله اللي انا شفتها في الامتحان. اكون واضح معاك يعني، ده اللي انا حسيته يعني. الاسئله بتاعت الامتحان طريقه حتى اسئلتها مش حكايه ان هي صعبه او سهله. انا كانت بالنسبه لي بيكوز انا حليتهم كتير يعني، انا حليت ورجعت اخدت بريك وارجع احلهم تاني، وبحاول قد ما اقدر ما احفظش الاسئله، عشان مش ضامن ايه الاسئله اللي هتيجي، ايه اللي هيجي، ايه اللي مش هيجي. بس الاسئله كلها مهمه، والاسئله اللي بعد اللي بتاعت بعد كل اريا او بعد كل دومين مهمه جدا، اللي انت تشوف انت مدى استيعابك للماتيريال ايه. وطبعا بعد ما تخلص، انا نصيحتي برضو ان الاسئله دايما وانس ان انت تخلص الكونفدنس كويشن وتخلص مراجعه الماتيريال، تحل امتحانات وتستغل كل الوقت في حل الامتحانات. ترجع بس ومهندس حازم موجود طبعا، انا يعني يعني اسئله غرقت اسئله، فالموضوع ده كان مفيد جدا يعني.
الامتحانات بس اللي بيشيرها الباشمهندس حازم، ولا في امتحانات تانية جبتها من
لا 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 لا
الانترنت وكده؟
انا ما جبتش اي حاجه من بره خالص. انا كان هو المهندس حازم الاسئله اديني حل وبس يعني، ما كانش في حاجه تانية خالص يعني. وزي ما قلت انا خلصت البروجرام، دخلت امتحان، قعدت فتره اذاكر، دخلت امتحان والاسئله بنسبه كبيره جدا جدا بتيجي من الحاجات اللي المهندس حازم اداها لي.
شكرا جدا يا باشمهندس شريف، شكرا. السؤال الثاني برضو في حد عايز يشير تاني؟ هحاول سؤال تاني بس.
اوكي.
احنا واقفين لغايه تقريبا الستيشن، يعني من المهندس حازم، وبعد كده خدنا الاناليسيس كله اخر حاجه. الاناليسيز شابتر مليان توبكس كتيره. انا اولا ما بشتغلش بزنس اناليست خالص، ولكن انا شايف البيزنس اناليست من وجهه نظري. كل شهايد البي ام اي انا شايفها، ممكن برضه المهندس حازم برضه يأيدني في الرأي ده يعني. انا شايفها از مانجمنت اكتر من ان هي تكون تكنيكال او تكون اكسبرت للجوب نفسها. هي يعني حتى اذا كانت البيزنس اناليست هي وظيفه بيشتغلوا فيها ناس تكنيكال، او عند في شركات كتيره جدا بيسموهم التكنيكال سبورت، تكنيكال سوليوشن، ناس اوير قوي بالتكنيكال. بس انا كنت شايف الكورس مش كده، انا كنت شايفه مانجمنت اكثر من ان هو تكنيكال. في موديلز كتيره او في طرق كتيره. انا صح مش عارفها لان الفيلد بتاعي مش اي تي. بشوف فيها صعوبه كتير. بشوف فيها ان هي مش يعني التركيز بتاعها ممكن تفلت مني، او ممكن بذاكرها كذا مره عشان احفظها. السؤال بتاعي انا الحاجه اللي زي كده بالذات، حتى في الشابتر بتاع الاناليسيس، طريقته ازاي علشان هنسميها كده مايند ماب، ازاي يركز في دماغي، ازاي احطه از مايند ماب في دماغي. باشمهندس محمد او باشمهندسه هبه او مهندس حازم.
هبه تردي عليه برضه لانك مش اي تي.
هو بص، انا مش اي تي، انا نفس الاشي. صح، انا بي ام بي لما اخذتها كان 50% اجايل، بس مش اي تي. بس انا ما فهمت سؤالك، انت عم تسال عشان الامتحان ولا عشان البروفيشنال لايف، يعني الاكسبيرينس؟
البدايه علشان الامتحان. بمعنى ايه؟ بمعنى ان علشان الم الشابتر كله جوه دماغي. ممكن لغايه دلوقتي ما جربتش يعني ذاكرته مره، لغايه دلوقتي برضه ما اثبتش في دماغي. فانا عايز طريقه ازاي يثبت في دماغي از لوجيكال. اكيد مش هحفظ كل الموديل، اكيد مش هحفظ في حاجات هتفلت مني. بس ايه التريك اللي انتوا شايفينها علشان احفظ، او بلاش احفظ، افهم زي الموديل دوت بتاع كذا وبيشتغل في كذا، الموديل ده بيشتغل في كذا وفي كذا. المايند ماب اللي عملتوها ايه علشان تلخصوا الشابتر ده ويثبت في دماغكم وما تنسوهوش؟ مش مشكله هتشتغلوا بيه او مش هتشتغلوا بيه، انا اكيد انا مش هشتغل بيه، ولكن علشان افرق في الاسئله واعرف اوضح، يعني اعرف احل الاسئله ازاي احلها. كان في طريقه ولا ما كانش في طريقه؟
انا بالنسبه لي مش بس عشان هذا الشابتر، بالنسبه لي اللي صار معي في الاخر، قرات الماده مرتين، وكان بعد كل شابتر احل الاسئله. بعديها عملت 1 اكزام، كان اللي هو سيميوليتر، وكنت اشوف عشان اشوف شو انا وضعي بالضبط. وفعلا كان الستراجلينج الكبير اكيد بالاناليسز، لانه هو اصلا الكور تبع البي بي اي. فرجعت قرأت المادة كمان مرة، واللي عملته ولقيتها كتير effective إن أنا I summarized المادة from A to Z. فلما أنا بلشت أكتب، يعني مثلا بلشت في need assessment، كتبت شو البروسيسز تبعتها، كل بروسيس إيش بتطلع لي، إيش المين تولز اللي بستخدمها، أخذت معي وقت، يعني I took my time يعني بالموضوع. لقيتها كتير effective. فرجعت بس آخر مرة بس قرأت السمري هاد، كان كتير ممتاز، وبعدها عن جد حليت سيميليتر، بعدها كانت نتائج ممتازة. هلا بالاساس بالاناليسز الفكره مش ميمورايزنج، هي مش حفظ، بس الفكره انه مثلا كل تول ايش الاشي المهم منه. ما رح تقدر تحفظ كل شيء، الاشي الاكيد. بالاسئله كتير تساعدك اصلا انك تحفظ وتركز على كل تول، لانه حتلاقي في اسئله سواء كانت بالتشابترز او بالسيميوليتر، يعني المين تولز اوريدي حتلاقي الاسئله مركزه عليها. ف with the practicing وحل الاسئله اكثر من مره you will get it.
جاوبت على
تمام.
سؤالك ولا لسه في
تمام. تمام.
تمام.
سؤال اخير،
اوكي.
امتى احس ان انا اريجستر الامتحان؟ يعني انا يعني بمعنى اخر الشابترز اللي قبل الاناليسيس انا ذاكرتهم مرتين او 3 مرات، لولا ما نوعا ما حكمتهم. يعني بمعنى اخر وكل اسئله من ورا كل شابتر اتليست دلوقتي لو دخلت عليهم اتليست فوق 80% هعرف احل، هتبقى باص 80%.
تمام.
امتى هقول لنفسي خلاص هنريجستر بعد اسبوع او بعد اسبوعين؟
انت هيكون في عندك 4 امتحانات في فول فور اكزامينيشن. اوكي. في واحد منهم هقول لك عليه لو جبت فيه فوق ال 80% هقول لك ممكن تسجل امتحان من بكره.
تمام.
اوكي. يعني في امتحان هقول لك ده حلو لو انت حاسس ان انت كونفيدنت وهتقعد ال4 ساعات تحل الامتحان. لو جبت فيه فوق 80% هقول لك ان شاء الله من بكره اعمل ريجستر، اعمل حد موعد الامتحان.
انا
تمام.
بس كنت عايز اضيف حاجه بس مهندس حازم،
تمام.
المهندس
اتفضل.
آه، من الاخر كده جايبها لك، يعني انه
اه
المهندس حازم ده اللي حصل معايا بالظبط. بس مور امبورتنتلي اللي انت تعرف تقعد 4 ساعات وتحاول تحافظ على تركيزك. اكتر حاجه ان انت تحاول تحافظ
exactly.
على تركيزك وبراكتس اللي انت حتى لو السؤال عارفه تاخد وقتك فيه على الاخر، لان في اسئله
yes.
في الامتحان تاخد ثواني 10 مش محتاج حتى تكمل تقرا السؤال، يعني من الانسرز ممكن تعرف الاجابه. تمام.
تمام.
الديسيبلين ده والبراكتس اللي انت اول حاجه تقعد ال4 ساعات من تحس ان انت في تركيزك يكون على ليفل كويس جدا. يعني مش احسن حاجه طبعا، ان صعب جدا يعني موضوع ده، لكن على قد ما تقدر ساعتها. وطبعا تحل 80 توصل للسكور بتاعك في الايتيز، يعني ك ك ك ك كريزلت. ساعتها كونفيدنتلي تدخل الامتحان وتوكل على الله يعني.
مم.
تمام.
أنا بس ممكن أضيف إشي
يس.
تاني باشمهندس مصطفى.
ايوه.
بالنسبة لي أنا كنت نفس الإشي، مو عارفة، كنت كثير مترددة، ضل أسجل امتحان أسجل امتحان مش أسحب. الصراحة هو زي ما حكيت أنا موضوع السمري كثير فادني، لدرجة حسيت إنه زي في بازل هيك ركبت في راسي بالضبط. وصار إنه البي بي اي بالذات فيها كثير البروسيجر مايند سيت، لدرجة صرت أحكي بالبروسيجر كأنها ستوري. يعني عندي هاي أول شيء ببلش بالنيد أسسمنت، بطلع عندي البزنس فاليو، بعدين عندي هاي البروسس، بعدين this بروسس حيصير عندي هيك، حيكون عندي هيك. يعني it's like story بالضبط. بالنسبة شغلة كتير مهمة عشان موضوع الامتحان، زي ما حكى المهندس محمد، كتير ضروري توصل لمرحلة 4 ساعات يعني ما تزهق وما تمل ما تفقد التركيز، وما رح يجي بأول امتحان. يعني بده كتير براكتسينج لتصير الجلد ممتاز. لأنه بالامتحان يمكن أنت ما لحقت، أنا حكيت أنا المحاولة الأولى يعني فشلت فيها، لأنه هذا صار معي، اتململت من الامتحان. حليت الامتحان بساعة ونص تقريبا واي فيلت. يعني بعد أسبوع رجعت سجلت واخذت ال4 ساعات كاملة. فهذا الجلد كتير ضروري انك تتعود عليه. يمكن انت رح تعرف كتير اسئله تحلها، يعني هذا النجاح ما تسال فيه، لانه اذا انت درست منيح وحليت الاسئله واكثر من مره يعني ان شاء الله جارانتيد النجاح. بس الجلد كتير مهم، لانه اذا صار ملل وبطلت وصرت تفقد التركيز، يعني انا هذا صار معي. فبشجعك اهم إشي انك تحس انه في بازل هيك ركبت والبروسيجر صارت كتير واضحه مع تولز، وفي جلد وانت بتحل ال4 ساعات. هاي هي اهم شغله. اذا
تمام.
ريدي وحاسس حالك تمام سجل وخلص وتوكل على رب العالمين يعني.
100%.
شكرا. تمام.
باشمهندس
شكرا
مصطفى.
جدا. لا شكرا، تمام، شكرا خالص.
خلاص. ان شاء الله انا اللقاء كله مسجل، وان شاء الله بشارككم التسجيل وبحطه على اللينكد ان وعلى اليوتيوب. شكرا جزيلا لكم. Thank you so much for taking this from your time on Friday evening, and see you ان شاء الله in next events. شكرا هبة، شكرا محمد، فاطمة، مصطفى. تصبحوا على
شكرا.
خير.
السلام عليكم.
شكرا. Thank you everyone. It was nice to meet you. Bye.
شكرا.